oh, 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 oh. Testing. Testing. Hey, girl! Oh, that was a little loud. Let me pull this up for when more people get in here. Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing? Hey, Lauren Identity! This game is fun as fuck. Lauren Identity, I gotta tell you, I've just been binging your streams lately. It's very good content to listen to while I'm driving to school. Hey, Delally, we got Doc Hawk, we got Euro, my precious little princesses. Figured we'd just pick up where we left off, with the therapist calls. And I just fucking remembered, like, today that this game came out, so I haven't done, like, a game stream in a while, so. Scarlet! My girl Scarlet's here. Hello, everyone. Oh, God. I still with my mom, like, she'll call me and I'll just be like, hello, everyone. I have a mic stand, too, so hopefully y'all can hear me. Precious amphibian princess. Yeah. I've been playing Metro Exodus lately. Ooh, that's fun, Archfile. Hold on, let me figure it. I gotta open my stream up in another window. Yeah, I haven't played a game on stream in a while, so. Let's see. Gonna mute my desktop. You sound so sweet. So, Euro, when I was doing my squeakathon, a couple people needed wrenches to, like, actually post links in the chat, so that's why people have wrenches now. Hold on. No, we don't want to hear Kayla talk. Gross. You're playing games with me. Oh my god. Pew pew. Heroes rival Scar beat him at moderation. I just realized Jeremy DeWitt put his victims on the Lorne diet, mac and cheese and bologna sandwiches. Oh no! Oh no, my god. No, make me a moderator, why don't ya? So yeah, I'm gonna play the therapist call some more and just play this game because I've only done like 3 of the missions so far. So, and when I was a kid, I play games. When I was a kid, I was really into the original version of this game. But, I mean, I was a child, so I was fucking stupid and couldn't figure out how to play games properly. So hopefully I finally get farther than I did as a child.
But what is that?
Well, it's a need. I think it stems from a neediness.
It's destroy all humans. One of the games. Hamburger want to play with the decoy.
I would never want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with me. And I would never want to be with somebody that I have to.
When this loads, I'll turn up the audio on the call in a second. Because it stole my mouse. Give me my mouse back.
Here we are, Crypto. Sunny Santa Modesta. First up, I want you to find the alpha male of this town. Perhaps we can gain an insight into the way this whacked human social hierarchy functions.
This game is just as... Why does it sound like the therapist is underwater? That's the thing. I don't know, Leo. Like,
In this mission, it's vital
Lauren's
you remain
homeworld comes back for him.
If your true form is seen by anyone, the mission will
Underwater. Yeah, if I remember correctly, the audio does improve at some point, but the first, like, couple hours, it sounds like ass.
Hey,
Hey, Ramona, I'm sorry about that. My
Oh.
phone
Here we go.
disconnected.
Here we go.
that's okay. Okay, go ahead. You
Speak of the
say
devil.
Love is unrequited.
Alien needs to fight Jordan.
Do you
He's the
have you ever
outlier.
heard the expression, you don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without? Have you ever heard that before?
Yes.
I hope
Yeah,
y'all are ready
so,
to watch me fucking suck at this game
I always
like I
like
did
that
at Doom Eternal.
notion. I think what it means is
Stealth in this game is
just
kind of iffy.
if Lauren thinks he loves you and you don't feel the same way, then what Lauren is experiencing is not love,
Oh, I can hypnotize
in
people
my opinion.
now. Cool.
Now that's not something I wouldn't come at that as a therapist. That's a personal conviction, but it's one I hold pretty strongly.
must be a new model car.
You have a lot to offer.
I became a
you
carpenter
have
despite
a
Lauren. It's because
tremendous amount of upside as a person.
gonna make his bank account look like a
because
piece
you're
of shit.
attractive physically, you're attractive intellectually.
That's awesome,
You're
Griefwell.
interesting. You're successful. You know all the things we talked about. And so when somebody looks at that, they say, "Yeah, that's a person I should have an attraction to." Right? It makes sense. She ticks all the boxes. She has all the things to offer. Right? So for someone like Lauren to look at that,
I vaguely remember my younger
altogether
cousin playing this game with
reasonable
PS2 back
to
in the day.
see-
Yeah, it's pretty
say,
fun.
Yeah, I want to be in love with a person like that. And it's not to say that he's not attracted
Yeah,
to you.
Jordan, certainly
even
somebody, huh?
emotionally, psychologically, right? But that's very different from love. And I'm not sure, I don't know if Lauren is capable of a deep, profound, the kind of love that you need. But as I've said before, he's lacking in self-awareness, and he's got a lot of issues with himself.
Fully
that
upgrade
have to
the
work
anus
out, in
probe.
my
Oh, I
opinion.
know.
Those sorts of things can definitely
Believe me, I remember the...
impede a person's ability
Oh, Heisenberg
to
was just
have
streaming?
love or
That's
to
fun.
feel love or to be able to feel and express love properly. But those are
Oh,
those
God, I
are
remember having
all
issues with this as a child.
points against him in terms of, if we're talking about is he a good candidate to be in a relationship with you or not. These are all the things, that I keep saying are things that you've got to consider, because these are things that you will have to contend with permanently if you're in a relationship
Haha,
with him.
stupid.
And is that what you see for yourself? Is that what you want for yourself?
Could he be a good partner, though,
Are you the man?
in spite of having a couple of red flags here and there?
The youth of this town need an outlet for their frustration.
For you,
Oh, shit.
for someone, potentially. For you, I would say almost certainly not. Because what you haven't demonstrated at all
The
in the
aliens have
course
blonde tentacles.
of our dialogue here tonight is anything that he brings to the
Can I probe you?
equation that is essential for you. He's funny. He might be fun
Yeah,
to hang around
his
in
phone
person.
was okay, and now it's, like, shitty again.
The entirety of the argument he's
cool.
given in support of life, as far as arguments in his favor. That he's funny and that he might be fun to hang around with.
And he's told me before he loves spending time with me on the phone. And, and he, he's now, how do I word it? He's now,
I'm missing one.
dedicated to me.
Okay.
I'm missing another one.
Well, the first thing I would say to that is
Is
that
Destroy All Humans the game Marilyn Manson did some voice acting for? Or is that another alien game? I don't know, actually.
being able to enjoy
I wonder if
phone
Lauren would yell at
conversation
Winnie if she was
with a person, or
abducted by
even
aliens.
a lot of phone
I think
conversations.
my mom
with a
said one
person for
time
an
that,
extended period of time is hardly a
that if
barometer
Winnie was abducted by aliens,
for
Lauren would
compatibility
fucking believe
in real
it.
life.
Be on your guard.
I mean, it's easy to be a good phone conversation. It doesn't take much. I'm just being candid. I mean, that's not something that's hard to do. You put the best of yourself out there, and you don't even have to worry about the physical compatibility. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff, right?
Ah, I
It's not
love this gun.
a terribly difficult thing to do. The first
Euro is awesome.
thing is that
Euro's our precious little
you've got
princess.
to be able to look at a situation like this holistically. For somebody to tell you, I would say that every relationship in which there's true love is a relationship in which there are good phone conversations. But not every relationship in which there are good phone conversations is a relationship where there's true love.
I don't remember when
See what
Lauren
I'm saying?
came back into the call.
It would be like me saying, well, I know that I'm compatible with my wife because I like the color of her shoes or something. That's a relatively minor, so you have a good conversation. You and I have a good conversation. Does that
I
mean
try to
we're
do
in
the
love?
optional objectives because then you have
I
like
don't know.
skins
Let me
and stuff now
see
in this
what I'm
game.
saying.
Yeah.
I want to know,
Like
would
but
you
for
say
completing challenges.
he's now dedicated to me? Right? You said that. I want to know what you mean by that.
Well,
Did I win?
I mean, there were some things that
Oh, I did. Okay.
happened in the past, and I've ignored them and blocked them out. But
Caught in violent jazz music hysteria.
Because, okay, let me see if I'm understanding where you're going with this. Because you say he's now dedicated to me. So what I'm reading there is that there's a chronological component to what you're saying, which is to say there was a time when he was not dedicated to you. Is that what you're getting at?
well, define not dedicated to me.
Well,
The gin and tonic.
Dedication first. And then
Alpha Male Derek is a good channel to check out. I have. Oh, look at that. Hold on.
Like,
I would say,
Let
by
me
dedication, you mean he's
go on
only
my
gonna talk to
internet.
you. He's not going to pursue any sort of casual relationships that are closer to him or any, purely sexual liaisons, that sort of thing.
It's cocktails
Right? I mean,
of
is that what you mean
tequila,
by dedication?
father,
That
sunrise.
He's saving himself for you. He's
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, Euro.
Another opportunity if it presented itself. Would you agree that that's a good definition for dedication?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so let me ask you then,
Oh, wowie.
was there a time in your
Oh,
relationship
God,
with him
this
where that
is-
wasn't the case? Where he had other
One genie, too
interests,
many.
or he was open to other interests, other pursuits?
Yeah, there was.
Okay, this will be good
Okay,
to watch.
well,
This will be good to watch later.
You want to divulge any details? Is that something that... Let me ask you this first.
Yeah, okay. So,
Did that bother you?
Yeah.
upgrade.
But I don't think about it. I don't think about it at all. I just block
But
it.
you can't... No,
We gotta
I want
delete
you
our
to remember
archives.
What we talked about blocking things out.
So yeah, you can get like skins and shit now.
There's
Hold
an
on.
energy that these kinds of situations produce that emanates
Now there's a
from
cow.
from
You get
from
it
these
for
episodes,
completing
okay?
mission
And if you
rewards,
don't
which is
deal
really
with
cool.
them, you don't process
You can do
that energy,
classic, which I'm assuming he looks
then the
like.
energy stays
Can't
internal.
preview it. I'm assuming he looks
Right.
like the classic
And
PS2 version.
it becomes
I had a blood test
like
yesterday, and the nurse
blockage,
called me a
right?
sweetheart.
There's
I had to
there's a
use
buildup of
all of
negative
my
energy.
willpower not to
And we
make a
don't
Lauren quote.
deal with these things and
Oh my God.
and externalize them and address them. These things build up psychologically, and it's very unhealthy.
Yeah, I like the cow
And
skin, but
so
we're gonna go classic
I've
for now.
got to encourage you to open up about these things. I know it's not a comfortable way to do. I can tell just based on the way you're responding to my questions here, you haven't said a lot. I can
Television's
tell
doom.
that those things trouble you very much. And I can tell you that
Let's
he's
get
doing
here.
a great disservice expecting you to bottle those things up and not deal with them. And act
Just like when
they
I was a
aren't
kid, I
there.
like to re-explore the levels
But they didn't
over and
happen,
over
and
again,
just
all
not
over again.
acknowledge them. That's one of the most psychologically unhealthy things we can do is to deny issues like that. Now, I'm not telling you that you have to talk about it with me here right now. You certainly can if you feel the need to, and I would encourage you to, especially if
my boss called me to hang out and asked what I was up to, and not a whole lot sometimes.
right now, because these are the things that need to be addressed.
Are you going to tell my parents? Because this is like the last
My
thing that they need
husband
to
and I
know.
quote Lauren to each other all the time. I don't know if that's a sign of a healthy marriage, but
You're my patient, and in the interest of patient practitioner confidentiality, if you explicitly tell me
yet, so
I'm not to
came for no reason. I really just came all this way for no reason.
I will say that if I'm presented with new information
I hope you feel better, Euro.
greatly influences my evaluation of this man, that I have to address those things. So I would say, for example, if you were to tell me something that was particularly disturbing to me now, but you said you can't tell my parents, then no, I wouldn't tell your parents. But I would say, there are aspects of the situation that I'm not at liberty to discuss in any
That man's got turkey on his head.
To any degree of specificity, except to say that these things are concerning to me. So I would convey a shift or a change in the degree of concern, if that's there. But no, I won't reveal anything that you tell me that I can't and that I shouldn't, that you don't want me to. So no, I mean, anything we discuss here in terms of particulars is confidential.
Duck in here. Hold the frequency.
Well,
Hit me.
and like I said, I mean, I've completely blocked. I'll tell you what happened, but I've completely blocked it out. I don't think about it, and I've just learned to ignore it and hope it doesn't happen again. And so what happened was. Say again?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, I was.
Who's using Siri in
My
this
wife
call?
sent me a text message from the other room. I apologize for that.
Why does Crypto have little pads on his ass cheeks? Generic green
Doing
Vulcans.
house call office hours, so I told her that. Sorry about that. Please continue.
Tell her yes, but it's turned into a free one. Well, okay, but yeah, if you have to send a message, I'll wait till you finish.
No, that's okay. I did it.
Okay.
I was just.
Destroy the majestic.
I'm good to go. I'm 100% all yours.
Okay, so
Oh god.
I
couldn't run it. I couldn't
okay,
do that,
so
could I?
So I don't know if when you did your research you found that Lauren has a YouTube channel. I don't know if you found that.
No, one that he runs himself.
Yeah, he has his own videos on a YouTube channel. And
No, I don't think I saw that.
yeah, he has a YouTube channel, and there was this girl, we'll call her Michelle, because that was her name, so we might as well. There was this girl named Michelle, and she was all over his videos, and she would just constantly, profess her love for him, and she actually changed her last name on her screen name to his last name, and she was always hitting on him and everything. And I had made a joke. I had said, well, that's your new girlfriend, or is that your new girlfriend? And he said, no. And I said, it's and so I had asked him just randomly one day if anything had happened between the two of them, because I just got this, how they say women's intuition, and when a guy's cheating, that women just know.
Sure.
So I had just gotten this intuition, and I had asked him, and he vehemently denied it, said no. And so I said, okay, well, couple weeks later,
My name's Lauren
I
Armstrong.
find,
and
not
like to remain
fiend, I
anonymous.
find a video on YouTube where he's trying to schedule sex, and basically what had happened was he had a sexting talk, a sexting text message chat, where he had asked if he could, like, stick his hot dog in her taco and all this other shit, and he had went to Dunkin' Donuts to meet her for sex, and he had brought condoms.
I thought she wanted to be probed down there.
How long ago was
Facebook
this?
page called Idaho Against Child
This
Predators.
was
If anyone
in
can go look at the page,
this is
tell me how
August.
it's going.
May, I think.
Yeah, go
Okay,
for it.
and
Plug your stuff. I don't care.
before this episode, had he already told you that he loved you, that he was in love with you?
Yes, many times.
Okay, so...
Yeah, the taco hot dog. I swear to fucking God.
That he felt about you then the way he claims to feel about you now, is that right?
Correct.
Well, the first thing I will point out,
Who saw me?
Yes.
Who fucking saw me?
all of the
Get back here, bitch.
negative
There
things,
you
or
go.
the things that he would perceive, that maybe you would perceive as negative,
Forgot.
negative
Forgot you seen me.
identified about him over the course of our dialogues tonight. He would and did when he was on the phone with us earlier, defend his position by saying, "I love her. I'm committed to her."
Now I'm the sergeant. Sergeant! Sergeant!
So that was the one thing that he thought he had in his defense. Now, I've maintained that that's an altogether inadequate defense.
Oh, he's sleepy,
But that was
alright.
the one thing that he kept falling back on.
Well, ain't
And
that
now I'm
cunning?
learning that even that isn't true. Hasn't been true. Isn't absolute. Right? So all of the things, this is basically a mirror of the same dynamic when we talked about you gave him this ultimatum. He had to go 3 months without drinking, without all these things that you said he had to stop doing for 3 months. And he hasn't been able to perform. Right? And he'll say, well, the last 2 weeks.
This game's like very on the nose, but I love it.
So you didn't make it. Right? Now we find out that this claim that he's committed to you exclusively and he's devoted to you and that sort of thing, that he can't seem to hold on to that either. And I would point out further that
I
that's
tried to drown him in you.
you have
Didn't
to
really
know
work.
about. And just like I said before, how do you know he hasn't been drinking, right? You can't smell his breath. How do you know that he's been faithful? Now, you said, I just blocked it out. I just blocked it out.
Yeah, I just blocked it.
Well, you already know what I'm going to say to that.
What?
That is completely unhealthy, that you're living in denial, and that fundamentally you're no different than the battered housewife who has an excuse for every black eye that her husband gives her. This is why abused women, we both know that frequently abused women stay in abusive relationships
Hi,
for
Michael.
years and years. Some of them,
Yeah, I'm not streaming on a Friday today.
they never leave.
I got a little restless.
Despite
I'm
the fact that their husbands
anxious
abuse
to
them
stream
or
for
cheat on
you.
them, or otherwise treat them wrongly. And that's what's going on here. He hasn't been any of the things that he wants to believe he is. He hasn't been faithful to you. He hasn't been good to you. He hasn't been those things. And you're denying. You keep making excuses for him, or even worse, you just don't deal with the pain at all. How in the world is that fair to you?
I mean, because, like, if he... Well, I mean,
Are there any other,
Okay, I
are
already
there any
put
other
the
instances where he's been unfaithful that you know about? Is this an isolated thing that you know about?
we'll define unfaithful.
You define unfaithful. You tell me what it would take for you to heartbroken by something he did. You know, it doesn't have to be physical. It can be emotional. It can be as simple as him having a prolonged
All is forgiven.
dialogue with somebody else. But, you know, whatever you would say constitutes cheating in the context of this relationship. Have you done it before that you know about?
Let's bend it.
Well, he probably wouldn't consider this one
Can I agree,
cheating.
well?
Do you
hope you have some
consider cheating, and if
moments.
so, has he done it before?
If any of you call Dan again, you're never gonna hear from me.
I don't know if it's cheating.
How can I love Lucy
Well,
when she's
Combination, him or you?
Give up, Crypto.
Well, he said that it doesn't count because he was drunk.
Oh boy, this guy just gets better and better. What did he do? If I ask you that,
Lauren.
Damn it.
you're not under any.
Well, I'm just thinking of how to tell it so it doesn't sound as bad as. Okay, I know how I can tell it. Okay, well. Okay.
Does that not count? Damn it.
So, you know that girl, Ember?
Oh shit, I'm gonna fail this.
Well,
It really never gets old.
there's a video where he had gotten drunk and he had apparently called her over and over and over again. And I heard him, he's recorded.
Oh, okay.
He,
So everyone could see the real Scarlet.
he called me a bitch, and because no, I shouldn't tell you that part, but he called me a bitch because, and then he begs her for a video of her pussy and her tits.
Oh, Ramona. Is there
Oh, they're
more?
gonna blow
You
up.
said there's the part you didn't want to tell me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I don't know how it's worse than that, but nothing was surprising at this point. This guy.
Oh,
well, this part made me laugh, but
hey Kevin.
I don't think it's funny. But he
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
had sent me video footage of a specific area of his body, and he thought I had shared it, and he called me a bitch twice. He had said that bitch, and then he said that fucking bitch. And I didn't share it. I didn't share. I didn't share it. No, yeah, he thought I had put it on the internet, and I didn't. I absolutely did not.
Was it his penis?
No.
I'm not sure what else it could have been on a guy.
Behind his penis.
His butthole.
Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. That's, did you ask for him to send you that?
I suggested it, and he did it because he wanted to show his... he said he wanted to show his love for me, and that's why he did it. So I thought that was...
I want to know, in what universe you show your love for a woman by sending her a picture of your asshole?
Oh god.
What the hell is
so
wrong
funny.
with this guy? I'm sorry. I'm being unprofessional now when I say those things. We're off the record, so I feel that I can speak with a bit more latitude than I would if we were truly in session.
I just stopped by to say I wasn't coming to the stream.
That's very,
Scar
very
becomes
bizarre.
real after chugging
Very
down Mike's
bizarre,
hard
but
lemonade.
that's almost demented, but let's get back to
Lauren's love for you
the
is stinky
bigger
and
issue,
brown.
which is that he, I would say
Just like Lauren.
that is infidelity. That calling another woman and asking her to send him a picture of her.
I did not put Lauren on the internet. I did not. This is
Emotional
bullshit.
infidelity.
Oh, hi, Roy.
It's completely irrelevant whether he was inebriated or not. And I would further point out that for him to defend that action to any extent by saying, well, I was drunk. It was just more
I didn't even
deflection
need to do
on
it.
his part. It's just another example of him trying to blame something else other than himself. But I would say that even the bigger issue is, say, equally concerning for me, is that he said these terrible things about you to her.
Hey, guys, I got the anal
The
probe.
verbal abuse again. That's the trifecta. That's drunkenness, verbal abuse, and infidelity all in one shot, in one action. I mean, look, you got to be candid with me, because I really like
the word.
I like candor. Yeah. I like eating candy because candy's fun. But I want you to be honest with me. We're looking at this now objectively, and part of the reason you're having so much trouble articulating these episodes is because talking about it this way forces you to make it objective. Right? It's an object now. It is no longer a subjective experience in your mind that you can just ignore or try to rationalize or reason away in some way. Now it's an object. It's in front of us. I can see it too. So we can look at it objectively and talk about it as this...
You're tearing me apart, Kayla. Oh, hi, doggy.
Object that we can analyze and discuss.
And he has chickens, too, which
And
is fucking
looking at it
terrifying.
objectively, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you are able to see this, I mean, if you're able to reason this, but the reason it's so hard for you to talk about it right now is because you already know, you can intuit what I'm going to say, and you know that I'm right. You know
Come on.
that if this were someone you cared about telling you these things about the person they were with, that you would feel the way that you can tell I feel. And you know that you would be giving them the same advice that I'm giving
Okay,
you.
fine.
You know that it would
Y'all
be
get
right.
dicks about it.
You know that it wouldn't be healthy for them. And that the thing for them to do,
You're getting
an
probed.
expedient thing for them to do for their own benefit would be
Y'all are
to
getting probed.
detach. Would be to make a break from that situation.
You're getting probed.
Ramona, you know this is
You're
not
getting
healthy.
probed.
You know this is not
You're
convincing.
showing me your little
I don't have to
asshole.
convince you of that. I have to get you to the point where you're willing to acknowledge it.
But it can be
Am I out of
healthy if
asshole
I
ammo?
just ignore it. Like, ignore the past.
But I'm telling you that ignoring those things is intrinsically unhealthy. It would be like saying, well, I was diagnosed with cancer, but if I just ignore it, then I can still live a healthy life. The problem doesn't go away simply because you...
Oh, they fuck up my weapon.
You understand that?
Well, I mean, that example, but I mean...
Okay. Let's do this. Let's for the sake of an analogy, turn our your relationship to Lauren, and let me challenge you with something.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Problematic, intrinsically bad situation or development or event or entity in the world that you can think of.
Wait, say that again?
Let me. I'll say it again, and I want you to try to think of a situation or an event or an entity or a development of some kind anywhere in the world, in any situation, in any context, that is intrinsically bad, so that ignoring it is the solution. Okay, we agree that ignoring cancer is not healthy, right?
No.
Hard.
Okay.
No,
Your neighbor punches you in the face every time you walk out the front door.
Cyber's getting
Would you
taken
agree
down
that
like
ignoring
Patterson
your-
was.
that situation is the right course of action or the wrong course of action? You gotta deal with it otherwise, right?
Help me! Oh, God, please.
Well, if he
no.
did that, that would probably make my mom stop trying to get me to marry him, but...
Let's assume you're making someone more like Lauren instead of like your real neighbor, because I don't think your real neighbor would hit you based on what I've been told, but Lauren I'm not so sure about. But another part of the question?
No.
Okay.
But, like...
You have a friend, most people have a best friend, your best friend, the person you're closer to than anybody, or someone you grew up with maybe, or a cousin. Do you have anybody like that in your life? I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah,
Did
I have a lot of people who are
brainstem or
close
no?
to me.
Oh, God,
Okay, I
what?
want you to think about your best friend, right? Whoever you would say off the top of your head, one of your best friends, right?
Okay.
And this person comes to me.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
My boyfriend is emotionally abusive. He called me a bitch. He texts other women and calls other women and tells them, sends them pictures of their bodies.
They were vegan, you know, pizza.
Made a sexual proposition to him on the
God, this game's
website.
gonna get harder.
Went and met that girl. Tried to
Yo.
hook up with her. Would you ever give your friend the advice you're giving yourself? Would you ever say to her, well, you just got to ignore those things so you can be with this guy? What advice would you give your
I'm gonna
friend?
have brains.
I would...
Oh, I got the brain.
I'd tell her to
Is Ramona over here doing mini syllables?
run.
You know what you would tell your friend. You
I'd...
would tell her the same thing I'm telling you.
I'd tell her to run, I guess.
Or to,
Who is using Siri?
you know, you just got to recognize that the needs of the situation don't change just because it's you.
But...
And I would say that quite the contrary, it's the converse. You need to value yourself at least as much as you would value your friend.
Hey, I did it.
Person that she is.
No.
So why would you give yourself different advice than you would give
Butt
her?
pressure amplifier. Sniffer sensors.
Because I can deal with it.
Why should you have to? You can deal with a fire in the kitchen for a while, too. There's people that have cancer for years before it finally subsumes them.
How screwed the human race would be if Lauren got abducted by aliens and that was first contact. Oh my
This is
god.
not
Oh my
your capacity to deal with
god.
pain and anguish and abuse and evil. The issue is that you have no obligation to sustain all those things. For whose benefit? For the benefit of some
Us?
unemployed 50-year-old loser
My challenge.
who can't hold a job, can't find a job, can't stop drinking, can't stop screwing around, can't stop treating you like garbage.
Yo
On
my
earth should you live a
god.
life that is detrimental to you and stay in a situation that is clearly not healthy for you
Can I
just so
probe the
you can be
cow?
happy? What in the world has this guy done to warrant that kind of happiness, to merit
Nothing
that kind of
happens.
happiness,
Oh.
that anybody should sacrifice themselves?
Did I get a
And
brain
you're
from
not
that?
just anybody.
He
You're
told...
wonderful.
I don't think I got a brain.
Well, do you want to know what he told me?
Sure.
He has told me, well, multiple times, but he has told me that he can, A, make me happier than anyone else, and B, that he would love me more than anybody else.
Well, those are easy. Ramona,
Your therapist called your boyfriend a loser.
make you happier
Your
than
boyfriend.
anybody else.
Boyfriend.
And I
Boyfriend
can
or
love you more than anybody else. I,
Something's gone terribly
Barry Viner, your therapist, who's saying that to you right now, I can love you more than anybody, and I can show you the world. And I can make you feel like the queen of the universe.
Let's try this.
And I will sweep you off your feet, and every day I will make you feel like it's new love, 50 years from now. Diamonds in your eyes, and the sun rises and sets with you. Now look, you see how easy that is? It's just words. Anybody can say that. I'll sweep on you for hours. What does that mean? What does that word? What does that accomplish? It's just words. You see?
But
The actions.
Oh god.
It's the actions that tell us what a person's caliber is. So, Ramona, yeah, I'm drunk. Yeah, I called you a bitch a few minutes ago, but that was a few minutes ago. Let it go. Yeah, I went to meet that girl for sex, but that was like a week ago.
Oh.
Let it go. I only love you.
I think I've collected all
Rainbows
this.
in your
Oh,
eyes.
God.
And sparkles in the moon. And I love you.
Oh, hi,
forever.
Gorilla Spawn.
I'll pick you flowers
I'm
every
going to
day.
be Rosan.
Those are just
Walking
words.
around with a probe and I'm asking to see the
Well, in his
movies.
defense, he's homophobic, so he would never say rainbows in your eyes. No, but
Fair enough.
but
But, well, he's homophobic. That's good. That's progressive.
oh, God.
Yeah. That's the kind of open-minded, progressive, forward-thinking visionary you want to be with. But do you see what I'm saying? All he's ever given you are words. And when his words don't line up with his actions,
Do I have to catch
you
this
have
thing?
to ask yourself,
Or just follow it around?
which has no bearing on, in terms of being able to tell me what kind of person this really is.
But he's always said that his words to me aren't just words.
Then why don't his actions match them?
Because of stuff in his past.
So the stuff in his
I'm
past made
assuming
him
I
call
just
you a
have to
bitch.
follow it.
Yes.
And ask stuff in his past made him ask Amber for a picture of her vagina.
Well,
What stuff in his past made him do those things?
he said stuff in his past because of,
What stuff in his past made him
he
do those
said
things?
Amanda James made him call me.
Do I have to actually, like...
Amanda James made him call you a bitch. Do you believe that? Does that make any sense to you?
I think aliens
Well, I'm
advanced
just
faster
telling
than,
you
like,
what he
travel
told
through
me.
ducks
How
and
does
things so long.
Amanda James make him a bitch? Make him call you a bitch.
I guess I gotta catch
How
it.
did you
Like,
manage to do
actually
that?
catch it.
He said something about her, like, she said that her niece was her daughter or something, like her daughter was her niece and somebody,
That's why he called you a bitch.
like,
Because she said her niece was her daughter 20 years ago. He had to call you a bitch.
and he said that he didn't go on a date for 2 years because of her.
What is the worst mistake you think you've ever made? What is the worst thing that you've ever done intentionally? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but think of something that you would say, I really shouldn't have done that. And I did it intentionally. I didn't do it accidentally.
Let me think,
Have you ever stolen anything?
Well, that is funny because that was what we were talking about that made my dad cry, which the only other time I've seen him cry, when I was a teenager, me and my friend, we went to the mall and we had stolen some stuff out of a store. And, like, I had never done anything bad, never gotten in any kind of trouble or anything. And here's the mall cop calling my dad to come get me, you know. And he cried. He wasn't bawling, but tears were coming out of his eyes. And so when I saw...
How old were you?
I was maybe 15, 16.
Let's go with 16. Anybody ever call you a name when you were younger than 16?
Did they ever call me a name?
Yeah, you know how kids are. Kids call each other names. Kids are mean sometimes. Anybody ever call you a name when you were a little kid?
Yeah, like when I was 15, the guy who, my little 15-year-old boyfriend called me. When I was 15, my little 15-year-old boyfriend called me the B word.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
That was
okay.
your mother's very upset. Now, when the 15-year-old called you a bitch, when you're 15, when you
Not
were
a whole
15,
lot.
did that make you go and shoplift from the wall when you were 16?
Oh, no, no, not at all.
How
I'm gonna try it one more time. Because I know what to do now.
Amanda James telling Lauren that her daughter was her niece compel him to call Amber
Her daughter was
and
a
ask
niece,
for a
and the
picture of
niece
her
was a
son
daughter, and a
20 years later.
daughter
How on
niece.
earth is one
Who
thing
fucking cares, Lauren?
cause the other?
Because he said that,
I know what he said. I'm asking you to explain how that works. How does that work? How does the Amanda James daughter thing from 20 years before, how does that make him, in 2017, call Ember and call you a bitch and ask for a
God,
picture of her
that was
vagina? How
Such
does
a
one
long
thing
time
make the
ago
other
these
happen?
calls.
because if I'm playing with him, oh, well, I don't know outside of what he told me.
Right. You know why you don't know?
Why?
because that doesn't make any
He's a
sense.
cocksucker.
Because that is him blaming his actions on something totally unrelated, because he doesn't want to take responsibility for them.
Well,
He
why?
doesn't want to be the guy that called them a drunk, asked for a picture for vagina, and called you a bitch. He doesn't want to be that guy. So it must be Amanda James from 20 years ago. That's what made him do it. That doesn't make any damn sense, and you know it. And the reason you're quiet right now, the reason you're struggling for words right now, is because I have brought you to a place where intellectually you can't escape the truth of what I'm saying.
But I'm
You
not.
cannot construct an argument
But
with you, what I'm telling you right now.
but
You
I
can't find the
mean,
words.
if like
Right now. You can't put it together.
Hold on, let me figure it. I gotta check the chat in a minute.
And I'm beautifully right. And there's nothing you can
There we
say
go.
in refutation of the point I just made. And you know it.
There we go.
but
Kangaroo meat pizza.
Yeah. He shouldn't have done it.
Scar will get paranoid that Vince put a cornmeal here
Because he
after
decided
her.
to do this thing because he wanted to do this thing. And he didn't give a damn in that moment whether it was right or wrong. He just wanted to do it, so he did it.
Just being honest.
And that's selfish.
I don't know how to get a better score, so.
And it's dangerous.
I've called him selfish before, and he's told me that he's the least selfish person that there is.
Like, I don't.
Of course he told you that. He's also told you that he's devoted to you, and we know that's not true. And he told you
No,
that
it
he
doesn't.
wouldn't drink and
No
be
brains.
abusive for 3 months. And we know that's not true. And he said that he didn't try to have sex with a 13-year-old girl, and we know that's not true.
Well, I mean, he.
The real question is, does this guy ever tell the
The
truth?
anal probe really is like
Does he
such a
ever
good
lie?
weapon.
Sounds to me like all the man does is lie.
Well, he's.
Can I probe the chicken?
I mean, he's 2 weeks into the 3-month thing.
I
He's
can
Why is-
anal probe a chicken.
But you made the rules more than 2 weeks ago, didn't
Who
you?
yelling? Who
Yeah.
saw me?
So why isn't he more than 2 weeks in?
Because he got drunk the next night.
That's right.
There you go.
What did that tell us?
But he
I
said
know it's
that.
tough. It isn't easy to say tough. This is what we call tough love. I'm telling you what you need to hear, even if it doesn't
Ain't seen
feel good
nothing,
to hear
homie.
it.
Well, I was gonna tell you why he got drunk and
Shorn.
why he.
Okay.
I love when
Gets
people call
drunk
him
and-
Lauren or.
Do you think it's going to change my position on the
What are you
issue?
doing?
You can tell me. I'll let you tell me, but do you think it's going to
I
have any
cannot
effect
figure
on
out how to
what
use
I'm
the
saying
fucking
right now?
probe right. There we go.
Well, maybe
Give
if
me
you
that.
just hear me. Like, I mean, and I'm not saying.
I didn't like
I'm not saying.
You're over the evening. You haven't done it once yet. You haven't once successfully defended anything he's done.
I wonder
but
if
I'll
Lauren
give you
looks in
another
the
shot.
mirror
Give it
and
another
sees
shot. Go ahead.
Heath Ledger and Brokeback Mountain.
Well,
Broke Dick
this
Fountain.
is what he
Is Lauren Armstrong.
he told me, and
Well, reliable witness.
I'm
Am
not
I?
saying I agree with it,
Time to
but
see GTA.
I'm just saying why he told me that he gets drunk and he calls me names, and it's because you know the doctor friend of mine who is so popular
Wes
around my
accidentally
social
called
circle
Jordan
and
Lauren in a stream we
with
did
my
with
mom.
Robert.
well,
I love that.
he doesn't like the fact that he and I are so close.
I mean, it makes it.
and
it
so
makes
he
sense.
said
They have
that
very
that makes him
similar behavior.
drink.
Okay. It makes me drink.
He said that that makes him drink.
I drink because you make me
So
drink.
in a way, I guess it's my fault.
It's your fault that he drinks because it makes him drink.
I want to learn.
Like
Grief
because
well.
So let's
No fucking
The
lie.
unpack
Hold on, let me pause the call.
well, the doctor.
No fucking lie, Griefwell. Oh, hey, Rhoda. So I had a dream the other day that somebody made, like, a game out of Lauren's life. So, like, you have a multiplayer mode. If people know how to make games, you can totally use this idea. First off, it had a multiplayer mode where you play as Lauren and Roy, and you both just do, like, random-ass tasks in the trailer of failure. Like, what are some of the things that happened in it? Like, go get beer, try to start, like, a bonfire, get in fist fights with each other. And then the single-player mode was Lauren's adventures from, like, Nashville. Lauren's adventures in Nashville to now. So, like, that's the single-player mode. And then the multiplayer mode is Roy and Lauren. So, like, if anybody ever wants to make a game, just do it. Do it. Because that's the dream I had, and I meant to tell you all about it, and I forgot. Oh, I hope you stay safe, Rhoda. Oh, let me put the call.
There are hits on me, and we're close, and he said that that's what causes him to drink.
Well, have you ever driven to a
Nashville would have to be the DLC,
restaurant?
like the MySpace Poly scenario.
Because you thought you were going to have the opportunity to have sex with the doctor?
Have I done what you said?
Have you ever driven to a donut restaurant because you thought the doctor was waiting there for you to have sex with him?
Oh no, Dunkin' Donuts not vegan. I wouldn't go there.
The vegan donut store? Have you ever hit on the doctor? Have you ever... Let me broaden the question a little bit.
Okay.
And you feel free to be honest. Have you ever been unfaithful to Lauren? In the time that you two have been what you would call committed to each other or together or whatever it is, have you ever been unfaithful to him?
I can one better that. And he doesn't believe me, but I have never been unfaithful to anybody I've ever dated, ever in my entire life.
Never.
Well,
Nashville, Bowling Green, Fort Dix, and Cornville
if the
ought to be
doctor is interested in you,
locations in an open world Lauren game.
have you made
Xavier
it clear
Von
to
Erich
him
would be the
that
final
you
boss.
are in
Exactly.
someone else?
Let me in.
I mean, the doctor,
That goddamn doctor.
doesn't... His position in this is kind of
Can I just, like, steal cows?
like
Steal them. Hold on. Okay, you're mine now.
almost like
Get an achievement
Ramona's
for
just
that.
like
It says as is
buying
tradition,
time. I don't know how to describe it because
but he's well into his 30. Yeah, I keep waiting for Lauren to chime in because I know he does. in
no,
some
I mean
way.
he's not. He doesn't think that Ramona is in anything serious. Like he's thinking, Ramona's not in anything serious. This is just, I don't know what he thinks, but I know he absolutely 100%
I don't like how you change
still
it.
thinks
So in order
that
to
he
change the altitude, you have to move
has
the
a
mouse up and
chance,
down.
and I
Altitude.
accidentally told Lauren one day, well, I don't know if it was accident. It was kind of like one of those things where the truth slips out. I told him that if he and I weren't together, then I would definitely go for the doctor, and I told him if he and I broke up, then I would definitely be with the doctor.
And is that how you feel now?
What do you mean?
I mean, are you attracted to the doctor? And do you think that's something you would be interested in pursuing if Lauren weren't in the picture?
All right, Euro.
I mean,
but do you think that
I
Nana?
would.
Do you think that if you were a baby, Nana would want to see you die?
I of course haven't told any. I mean, he knows that. I told him that, but and I told him that a while ago. But I'm not going to tell my mom that or anything. Like, my parents don't need to know that because that'll just make them even more crazy. But
Well, let me tell you something
that's
about
rough.
the doctor. He, how close is he to you, to your age?
maybe
Talk about that goddamn doctor.
he's about 3.5, 4 years older. 3.5 years older.
So, and he's practicing surgery. He said obviously skeptical starting his education. Obviously, he's established himself professionally.
He's a freak because he, like, in school he skipped 2 grades. I think he skipped...
I could say it. That's what you're looking for in a guy.
Just saying, ha ha ha. You should totally date me, ha ha ha.
He skipped... I think he skipped
Oh.
1st grade
Please don't yell.
and 7th grade. I'm kidding. I know I'm kidding. I'm wrong, but something like that. I think he skipped an elementary and a middle school
I
grade,
cannot wait
and
for it to
so
be
that put him
fall. I love
graduating
fall.
from high school when he was like, I think 15 or
Stop
something
yelling at me.
ridiculous. But
Don't yell at me. I'm
also
sensitive.
because of his and I did this too, going to college early, but he did it way earlier than me in the sense that he, because he had all his college credits, so when he was in what was supposed to be 12th grade, when he was like 15, I think, and he was in 12th grade, he actually... And I did this too. I went to college half day and then high school half day. And so he started college at something ridiculous like 15. I mean, it was insane.
Meanwhile, Lauren's like, well, brain.
Hey, you got disconnected.
Hey, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can. Where did I cut off when you got disconnected?
Oh, we were just talking about how prodigious the
Someone's
doctor
getting
is.
quiet. How come?
Well, I was just telling you about education credentials, and like where did I cut? Well, I had basically said that like I started college early. I started college
Who's doing big think over there?
when I was 16, but because he had skipped 2 grades, and so when he was in 12th grade, he was 15. He was able to also do college early, so he did just like I did. He did
Thank you,
half a day
girl.
of
It's
school,
fun.
half a day of
I
college.
try.
But the guy started college when he was 15.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who running?
he
Hey,
sounds
come here.
like...
Come here, you.
Look, I'm going to
Remember
tell you
nothing.
something about guys like that, and I hope this doesn't sound too self-aggrandizing, but I throw myself in there too in terms of talking about guys men that sort of have it together.
Why does that work,
It's important for a man
Lord
to
is like, yeah, well, I
have
bought
a
Bert a
sense
sandwich
of,
one time.
what he wants to do and who he wants
Yeah, well,
to be.
I helped
You know,
Bert
that
unload
comes
his
differently
hay.
for
So
different
that's
people,
the same
different
as
ages.
winning a
You know,
Nobel
some
Peace
people
Prize.
are able to find that aspect of themselves early, and it takes longer for other people. I'm going to say that if someone still doesn't have that sense of themselves when they're 47, that's a huge red flag. And I would say that for someone like your friend, or this other friend that your mother was telling me about, the store manager, the fellow that lives next to you, you said, and she was telling me a little bit about him, and he's very successful as well, and sort of self-made. I mean, that he's got his head on right, and he's building a life, and he knows where he's going, and that sort of thing. Those are important tells about sort of the caliber of a person. And I'll say, for myself, I'm not that much older than you are, and I've got to practice, and I knew what I wanted to do at an early age, and I feel I've been successful. And you need someone like me, or your doctor friend, or your manager friend, someone that, to use an old term that my grandfather used to use, that's kind of cruel, but throw it here. Someone has their shit together. Right? Lauren doesn't have a shit together. He's all over the place. He's a mess.
Why am I trying
And
to transmogrify stuff?
for you, he's
Where all the
just
cows
an
at?
anchor around your neck.
Oh, over here.
You can understand what I mean by that, right?
But
I mean,
Kayla, hi, clobbering time.
even if you let's start here. Even if you don't feel it, and it conflicts with some emotional attachment that you have to him, intellectually, objectively, you understand what I'm saying, right? I mean, you can see my point.
Where?
These guys are better candidates exponentially in every respect. Obviously, you're attracted, or at least have the potential to be attracted to one of them, the doctor. You and I have, I think, developed a certain rapport here tonight, a certain cadence to our dialogue, and I've enjoyed it very much, and I think you have too. And what I mean by that is that
What is a lull?
I can see
Um,
the value you have
it's
as
like
a
a
woman,
boom.
which is potential mate.
Sorry. No,
You know,
it's some kind of construction equipment.
You
Hold
need
on.
to see that. You need to be able to see
Look it
that.
up.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe what you need is a friend, somebody who can give you a sense of what it means, of how it feels, and what it's like to be sociable, to socialize with someone who's a cut above, so to speak, someone who has that indefinable something that makes them.
I don't expect you to know construction
It's not
staff.
irresistible.
Oh, is that what a lull
intriguing
is?
to believe.
Hold on.
As I said to you before,
It even says lull on it.
I feel like,
It's like forklift.
in addition to being your
Is the wrong link.
therapist, that I'm your friend.
Nope.
And
And then let me pop it on.
when the time comes for us to terminate our professional relationship, our patient-practitioner relationship,
Hold on,
I'm
let me
happy to
figure.
be your friend to a larger degree. Just to spend time with you, hang around with
Okay,
you.
here's a lull.
Do some
Can you
things
imagine Lauren
that,
operating this big fucking
that,
machine?
upwardly mobile people like us do, and
God, I fucking hate him
show
sometimes.
you how it feels in a
Not
no
even sometimes,
pressure
all the time. I hate him.
sort of
So yeah, that's a
test
lull.
run, where you can say, hey,
Like a forklift.
I like this lifestyle, and then maybe you pursue the doctor at some point, or you pursue your friend, the manager, at some point, after you've developed a certain level of comfort with me, or for example. And that's what you need. I mean, that's what your life is missing. And as long as you have this bizarre emotional attachment to Lauren,
You know what? Support smaller channels.
you're
When
never
I
going to
get,
be able to
well,
obtain those things.
if I ever
I
get
want
big,
you to
I'm
think about
of course gonna
how it
support
made
smaller
you feel
channels
when
too.
you
It's what
found
we do.
out about his tryst or his rendezvous with the
You
donut
sipping?
restaurant, the donut shop. What would have happened there and how it made you feel. I want you to think about how it makes you feel when he calls you a bitch, whether it's to your face or to someone else, because he's trying to get her to send him naked pictures of herself because he's drunk
pictures.
again after he told you he wouldn't drink anymore. Think about it.
I would instantly
How that
alert.
makes you- how that
Oh,
made you
'cause
feel
he
in those
saw me.
moments. And what I want you to do, instead of pushing that feeling down
You're fine.
and ignoring it, is I want you to hold on to it tight. Put it in your proverbial hand and hold on to it. Because even though it hurts and it feels bad, it's your ticket to freedom. It's time for you to get in touch with your feelings instead of denying them.
And I've gotten so good at stuffing the
Clobber, you're a precious little princess.
feeling down, and it's avoiding things has kind of become a part of my life now. Case in point,
God, this game is just utter destruction.
prior to the last year, when my phone would go off, I'd get all excited, like, you know, oh, I have a text message, or oh, I have a call, you know, because like I never knew who it was, and to me, it's always exciting whenever I get a text message, and you know, and now it is too. It's always been, and it probably always will be, because it's someone who wants to talk to me, or that's someone who has something to say to me, and so if somebody wants to make contact with me, I'm really happy about that. I genuinely am. Or if they call me. But hold on, let me tell you. But now it's like I don't really get
zap. Oh, the call ended. Hold on. Let me put on the next part. How long is it? Oh, I can do another hour. Hold on, let me figure it.
like part of me kind of dreads it, like when it, you know, because I never know if it's a
busy cutting alfalfa the last few days. With this heat, will probably start failing as soon as the last field's finished.
What I talked about before. I talked about how
stay safe out there, man.
In some senses, in a relationship, that excitement can fade, right? Because that's the newness, that's the novelty, and the mystery and the intrigue. You know, these are the things that the universe has designed to get attention for each other.
Eventually get to the story missions.
And they do eventually.
Okay, let's go to the story
there has to be something more substantial to replace them, something lasting. See, what you're experiencing right now is that all the magic is disappearing.
Check our archives, and we got to list them when we're done.
There's nothing to replace it. Because Lauren is not a man of any particular depth. And he just doesn't have anything to offer you there. Now, I want to point something out to you, okay? Because one of the reasons why I'm able to speak to this with why I have so much passion for this is because
sleep well, grief well.
And I haven't told a lot of people about this. And I'll be perfectly candid with you. The only reason I'm telling you about it is because I feel a closeness to you, an attachment, a connection, I think is a better word. I don't want to make you uncomfortable when I say that. And if it does make you uncomfortable, please let me know. I don't mean it to. But I'm in the middle of a divorce. My wife, there's just a handful of people who know.
What?
People who are very close to us. But my marriage is basically dissolved to the point where it's a facade.
Not a cyber stream unless I burp.
And we probably will have the divorce
this game is so
finalized
fucking
in the
funny.
next couple of weeks.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I appreciate
I'm so sorry to hear that.
But the reason I'm telling you this is because I want to take us back for a second to what you said when
I
you
also forget
described
this game actually has a
what
plot
it used to make you feel when you would get a text message, and the reason that was so important to you. You said it made you feel important, excited. You know, there was a mystery, an adventure waiting for you on the other side of that telephone screen.
And it didn't have to be a message from like someone I was dating. It could be like a message from a friend of mine, or you know, or
Sam was on his
parent
burn.
or something.
Yeah, we've all been saying that.
But the point is, you had a need for companionship, for acknowledgement, for community. This is a very basic human need. There's nothing wrong with it. There's everything right with it. It's one of the most wonderful things. But this is what I want you to think about. Imagine that you had that feeling.
What is a burner phone? Is it pay as you go? Yeah, it's like
You didn't know who it was from.
It's like a phone. Hold on.
But because it was a knock on the door instead. Because there was somebody.
Oh, I'm glad I could help you, Griefwell. So a burn phone is when you go to like Walmart, and they usually have like flip phones there that are like $30. And you get a card for minutes, basically. Like back in the good old days of Of having cell phones.
Take you on a real adventure. Say, hey, let's go have dinner. Let's go watch a show. Let's go to a concert. Let's go take a walk. And I'll hold hands, or we'll just get to know each other. And it's real. It's not just you sitting at home reading this adventure on a 5-inch screen, but it's you out in the real world with an infinitely large screen of infinite color, having an adventure with somebody who wants to have an adventure with you. Doesn't that sound magnificent? Doesn't that sound fabulous?
Yeah.
You can have that. You can have that. Now, I didn't mention, I'm not telling you, I'm not divulging this.
Most of the hay here goes to Japan. They must ball. Oh, that's really interesting.
Withering facade of a marriage to make you feel uncomfortable or to be inappropriate. But I'm telling you that
Yeah, Lauren really is the only one who uses burn
I have
phone.
the same needs you do in that regard. Because I don't have that with my soon-to-be ex-wife any longer. And
Oh, wait, hold on, hang on one quick second. I'm going to charge my phone. Hang on one quick second.
But we have a bigger problem. Majestic are using the food outlets to distribute their population control drugs. And it seems to be working. If every human in this country turns paranoid and
The call's still going.
it will make life for us very difficult.
Destroy the diners.
Replenish your self-assurance by training any human being.
There's a guy named Bert unloading the hay. Cool. A short mission.
They just took the diner, too. We gotta set up a line and hold them here.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not sitting around here waiting to get abducted.
Keep your panties on, Mary. I just
Okay,
got
I think it's covered.
There's an army convoy
I
right
have
outside
plenty of
this
battery,
town.
but it's the thing keeps falling out. But okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Silhouette got the army to do something right for once.
Gotta charge my
I
headset.
remember what you were talking about. I think I was just, I hope I didn't cross a line. Divorce.
I have a question.
Lauren
I have
probably
a
would.
question,
He'd
though.
like
Like,
throw
I
his
mean,
back out.
like, I'm gonna just be real neutral when and what I say.
Where are they?
I'm just curious. I mean,
Oh god, I'm fucking
you,
blind.
you're very classy. You're very professional. You're very talented.
Oh shit.
I mean, I
I have a repulsotron?
say, and I mean, like, I don't know how to say it. You could be a Chippendales dancer, but I don't go to places like that. But I mean, I'm just.
Thank you.
Is anyone? Is there Millieberry?
Just wondering, like, why, why are you, why you're. Oh, it feels so weird asking somebody this. Why are you getting divorced?
I gotta bring
No,
him
that's
here.
not. I mean, that's a logical question.
Is there a Millieberry? Someone can push Lauren on the phone. Lauren would struggle with the small bales here. Average speed is 120.
There are two reasons why I'm.
Like, I feel like Lauren
Okay.
could lift things, but he would do it wrong and hurt himself. Like he would not do proper lifting.
I'm showing you that you can trust me by
Two
trusting
frogs
you.
are on St. Patrick's Day,
Very
nothing.
important.
You're right.
I also feel
That's a point.
I feel like we're kindred spirits, and I know that probably sounds crazy.
Oh, Lauren is probably
Jerry,
seething right now.
I don't usually make myself vulnerable like that. It's just, I feel
Lauren
real
is probably
connected
losing
to
his
you,
shit
and
right now.
part of the reason is because
Go hit somebody with my nightstick.
oh boy, are you freaked out? You want me to set up? I mean,
I have heard everything.
yeah, I know, but I don't. I just.
Kinsey was right. I am a smoldering hotbed of
How do I-
sexuality under a very cold, reserved exterior.
I met my wife. I was 19. We were 19. She may have been 18 when I first met her.
Oh, hang on one sec. Hang on one sec. Because,
Oh, goody. Nap time.
Yep, fine, I'll carry you, homie.
You haven't got the guts.
There you go. How do you trick a cheetah? Gotta pull a fast one. Oh my god. Lauren's bald head is fuming. You can cook an egg on it. He's probably texting her right now.
What the hell, Klaatu? You think I'm
Isn't he
scared of a
texting her?
3-foot space hamster? I think you should be. Now, we can do this easy, or we can do it hard. Your choice. What do you know about a downed Furon scout ship? Oh, what? Sorry, let me put it in baby talk.
alright,
A flying
sir,
saucer
continue.
crashed somewhere or captured.
You know,
I don't know what you're talking
That was just something. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
It's probably Lauren just being like,
what was I saying?
I know we're gonna kick
I
your
don't want to make you
green ass
uncomfortable by
away
unburdening
to Mars.
more than I should.
These weapons.
But you did ask. So,
Agents does
you know,
how many other towns are you in?
well,
Don't get mad. Get
we were very young when we met, and
head's getting hot. How come?
when I met her, she was in another relationship. It was I met my uncle is a
Was his uncle his
counselor.
was his
Christian
nephew really his son?
counselor. He works with churches and works with abuse victims, and he works with a lot of young people, young girls, and
I'm uncomfortable with this cutscene.
you know, that age range, troubled kids, that sort of thing. And he,
Rockwell movies.
I had just gone with him. There was this retreat, church retreat, and he had some of the girls that he was working with, and my wife was one of them. And she was 2 months.
The alien has
She
Lauren
was in a
teeth.
terrible situation with this
We're
kid.
all so funny that Jordan should be taking
It was a drug. He was in drugs and he would hit
I
him.
hope
Just
he's
a
not
really
watching.
bad
He's just fuck
situation, right?
off.
But she couldn't get out of it. You know, she had this emotional. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't hope it doesn't offend you when I say this, but it was.
I've been giggling about the
more
idea
extreme
since
version of
Koala
the kind of
capturing
things I
Lauren as
think you're
Patrick
struggling
Warburton
with.
and offering to get him a
Where
guest
she was
star
in
role
a
for
situation
Family
that
Guy.
wasn't good for her, but she didn't know how to get out. And she
Doesn't he? Oh yeah, doesn't he
was
watch
just
Family Guy?
confused, and I fell for her. I mean, I fell for her, man. She was so vulnerable, and she had so much to offer, and just didn't know it. And it broke my heart, even at that young age. It just broke my heart. And you know, I kept in touch with her for a couple of years. She had the baby. We lived about 100 miles apart, so it was just kind of a, you know, letters and phone calls kind of thing. I was already in school, and she was still
Check
living
my
with her parents.
archives
And
to
anyway,
delete.
eventually, she,
How many missions are there?
the guy,
Oh, there's
he
more
just went
missions
too
than I
far.
thought.
And he
When I was a
did
kid, I
this
didn't have
terrible
any. I
thing
had
to
no
her,
idea
and
how many
she got
missions
out.
there
She
were.
finally, you know, woke up enough to get out of that situation. So, of course, when that happened, we started talking more, and it just moved on.
Forget how
from
far I
there.
got in this game. I got to like the city,
You know,
I think.
we got married, and the kid was so young. you know, it's my stepson, and just like he was my own kid, you know. I love him because I love her, and that was that. And we had it was just it was a great marriage for a long time. And you know, I finished school and started my practice and this and that. And,
hey,
about 4 years ago.
If Mr. Cybersqueak is awake, he does a pretty good Bader. It's pretty funny.
She just
pull the lever, Gronk. Wrong lever.
I don't know. She just started talking to some of her old friends from that time. You know, when she was a kid, and I didn't know a lot of this until it's just been in the last 4 months, 5 months. I mean, it's so new, it's so raw, you know. But she just started messing with drugs again, and she did all of this under my nose, under everything, right? I don't know how she pulled it off, but I mean, for a long time, she pulled it off flawlessly. Nobody knew. You know,
wait, was that a just a fucking The Room reference?
Without seeing each other and
tearing me apart, Lisa. Was that just a fucking... That was referencing The Room, wasn't it?
Anyway, I'm sorry. What she tells me is that about a year ago she reconnected with James, with my stepson's father. You know, he'd been out of the picture. I mean, he was just a junkie, no good. You know, and we never figured we'd see him again. You know, we didn't even tell Silas about him.
Who the hell is this guy?
My boy, until just a few years ago. Anyway, basically that's it. She, I guess she never stopped having feelings for him. I don't know why.
I don't remember this character from the original game.
But sometimes young love just distorts a person's view of the world, and I guess she just never got out of the system. And
I do remember this mission slightly.
that's that.
Thank you for telling me. I mean,
Go on. There we go.
yeah,
I'm really sorry.
How long is this call?
Totally
So we're currently in part 5. I think it's like 8 parts, and they're about an hour each. So overall, the whole call is like 8 hours. Right now in part 5, we're about almost 17 minutes out of 59 minutes.
tell you stuff like this. You know, I just
Have you noticed people either
you know,
know all the codes to The Room or have never heard of
you know,
it?
when the water starts flowing, it just all comes out. I can't.
I mean, you're
I don't
right.
get to unburden myself with
Lauren
this.
does the blue steel in his selfies. Oh my
You know,
god.
nobody ever asks.
No lie, the first time I found out about The Room, me and my best friend watched it for like a week straight because we found it that fucking funny.
Who does the therapist talk about when he needs someone to talk to? Who does he talk to, you know? But, I don't know, man. I just, you know, she doesn't want to have anything to do with me anymore, and I don't know what in the world I ever did. I mean, I tried to give her a good life, and I don't know, maybe I was too much, I don't know. But, anyway, it's just,
from what everything I've gathered, you sound like a great guy, and you know you're not gonna have any problem, you know, getting back out there and finding your happiness. You really won't. I mean,
I was right I really do. It's, I have days where I'm able to believe that, and I have days where I just want to break down and
oh my god, oh my
get on my
god,
face
oh my god, oh my god.
and ask her why. What could I have done better?
Oh.
I raised the boy like he was my own. I built a life for us. Do you know that we were net millionaires before I was 30?
There's 3 in the first 30 minutes.
I mean, I know it's not all about money.
The sex scenes are the funniest part of the room. Yeah, exactly. Because like he's like putting his dick in like her belly button.
Even if she didn't know it.
Spaghetti is the kind of turtle Ninja Turtles
I guess she
model after. Aww.
doesn't let herself
Ninja Turtle. He's a fucking butthead.
Understand that that's what she
I love
deserves.
him, but he's a little shithead sometimes.
And
I'm drinking Bud Strong at
I
the moment.
apologize to you for getting so personal. I don't mean to.
I'm a room virgin. What
I don't
streaming
mean to make
service is it
I
on?
hope you don't feel uncomfortable.
Hold on.
I hope you don't. I know that I violated the protocol of our patient practitioner confidentiality, and I'm sorry for that.
Well, not so much that, but like we'll have to terminate our client's therapist relationship, and I mean, you sound like a great person to be friends with.
Relationship is going to be coming to an end in fairly short order because
YouTube.
I basically have done what your parents hired me to do in terms of explaining to you why I think you need to terminate your relationship with Lauren. And that's pretty much all I can do. I'll be honest with you.
Try this video?
I have a sense of connectedness with you. Where
Try this one, Rhoda.
I just really feel like I understand where you're at, even if you don't. It's one of the reasons why I'm on the phone with you at 5 in the morning. I've got a patient.
Yeah, or you can get the Blu-ray from Tommy Wiseau's page. So, there's a couple options.
But I just see where you are, and I see the situation you're in, and it breaks my heart because you deserve so much better.
So it was weird when I was looking for the room, like Tommy
I
Wiseau one. Apparently, there's another one called The Room. And I'm just like, okay.
Well, I'm going to tell you, your mom loves you so much, and she would lay her life down just for you to have the life that you deserve.
God, I need to watch that movie again.
You're the eye
You're
of
tearing me
her. You're the
apart,
center of the whole
Lisa.
world. And all she wants is for you to be okay. And you have a beautiful family.
Oh, I've never seen
Street
Fighter 94.
Fine people.
My favorite thing? Hold on. I can't see.
The sincerity
Hold on, I'll
and
tell you
the
when
love
this
for you
comes
is
over.
so evident to me, and it's so inspiring. That's the way that all parents should feel about their children.
So my favorite fact about the Street Fighter movie is that they felt the need to make a game based off of a movie that was based off of a game. Like, I think they made... What system was it on? Is this from when you and your friends wanted to be ghost hunters? God, when The Room came out, I was in, like, elementary school, I think. Nah, but... Oh, sorry. It's like 11:30 here, so I'm stretching. Yeah, Street Fighter the movie, the game, like, it's already based on a game. It's on like the Sega 32X or something like that, right? Or like the CDO. Oh, and the Saturn. Okay, I'm thinking a little too far back, but.
And when I know you a little bit, and I see what the kind of person you are, and all I can say to myself is, how could anyone not feel that way about you? You know, you're wonderful, and I don't say, I hope that doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not trying to overstep my boundaries. I'm just saying that, you know, you're a dream girl, and you deserve the best. Whether it's someone like me, or whether it's the doctor, or, you know, you deserve the best.
It
you
was
deserve
on the
a
Saturn.
Rolls Royce. You don't need to be riding around in a
Oh my god, this just...
old beat-up Dodge.
Somebody played the arcades in that game.
And, I don't
oh
need
my
to,
god, it's just so bad.
I know that I'm not trying to be insult Lauren.
Like, they were trying to...
But that's what he is.
They were trying to do the Mortal Kombat... They're trying to do, like, the Mortal Kombat thing, but it just... Hold on, let me find, like, pictures of this. It's like, these companies think that, like, because one company did it well, suddenly everybody else needs to do it. It's just like, no. Hey, honey. It's just like, no, like, be fucking original. Let's see. Let me find a good picture. Blade. Yo, speaking of Elijah Wood, hold on, let me put up a picture of, like, the really bad, like, you know what I'm gonna do? M. Bison, because he makes me laugh. Let me pull this up. Hold on, let me forget. Speaking of Elijah Wood, here we can laugh at this. Look how fucking bad this is. Look at that. That does not scream Street Fighter to me. It screams cheap, shitty, like, bootleg. Movie and what the fuck was that movie called? Okay. I was wrong. It doesn't have Elijah Wood in it. But it does have Daniel Radcliffe in it. So, if it does look like knockoff products. So, this is probably the weirdest fucking movie I've ever seen. But it's called Swiss Army Man. And from the plot, from what I remember, it's a Swedish-American surreal comedy drama. Yeah. This guy... Why is Daredevil painting Scarlet for Mortal Kombat? So a guy's marooned on an island, but then he sees a corpse wash up on the beach. He tries to resuscitate it. As the tide begins to wash the corpse away, Hank watches as its farts propel itself around on the water. Hank immediately mounts the corpse and rides it across the ocean like a jet ski, landing on a mainland shore but far away from civilization. And so, like, as this movie goes on, like, this fucking corpse, like, starts becoming alive again. It's so goddamn weird. Like, and then, like, at the end, like, I don't know. I have no idea. It's just go Swiss Army Man. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird, but it's interesting. Anyway, Sorry, I went off on a little tangent there, but the console version of that game was made by Capcom themselves. Why? Like, I mean, I guess they're just like, no, we don't want anyone to fuck this up, but jeez. It just... Oh, no. Oh, no. Alrighty, so we'll finally get back to this. Sorry, that was just a kind of a long, rambling thing. Oh, excuse me. Look into Greasy Strangler. It's intense. I will. I'll look into it after the stream. Because even though I'm yawning right now, I guarantee it, I'll go lay down and I'll start watching, like, I'll have something on my tablet as, like, background noise, and then I'll immediately just be like, I'm awake, because I'm laying in bed.
Yes. And, it's too good for him. It's too good for him.
It seems like a lot of people say that, but, like...
You should listen to them. Especially one of them is your therapist.
Or, well, former therapist.
Soon enough. And, I gotta say, man,
I don't think I can do
I
this properly.
That I've given you something to really meditate on and ruminate on and think about. Yeah. And I would love to be able to see you into that next phase. Transition out of this unhealthy, dysfunctional relationship that you're in with this loser.
Oh, come on. There we go.
See you walk into something that's befitting.
Alright, so now I just need to kill an agent with Alright. A cop here.
And
Does this game take place in the 50s? Yeah.
I want to care about you. I want to do whatever
I think they made a sequel that takes place in the 60s, but I never played it, so...
To help you get over that loser and find something real, something good for yourself.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm supposed to...
Hey, there we go!
We have a teleconference scheduled, and then we're going to set something up for next week. And basically it's going to be, like a debriefing, like an out. It's going to be a closed meeting. I mean, they already know that I really can't do much else for the situation. I've communicated my concerns and their concerns to you, so you know where they stand, and you know what my professional evaluation is of the situation. And after next week, that's going to be the end of my professional relationship with them. Why don't we get together for dinner or something? I mean, nothing. I hope that's not too forward. Why don't we visit and talk about this stuff? And
I can do dinner.
You have some time. Yeah, I mean, nothing big, nothing. Just where we're not constricted by the parameters of a professional clinical relationship. And
alright, what can I upgrade on my boy here?
Talk about this stuff. And, maybe just I gave you a hand and help you and find some footing. And does that sound okay to you? Maybe?
Yeah, I can do dinner sometime next week.
Oh.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
They're gonna hook up for a date. It's a date.
I've got your number. And why don't I give you a call after
Are you fucking kidding me?
my exit meeting with your folks, and we'll make a plan. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, because I'm thinking that when is the exit meeting? Because I want to go to that too.
Yeah, they may. That's up to them. That's to their discretion. I don't know when.
I like the fact that Tommy Wiseau is so random male underwear.
what
Ooh,
appointments
when
I
this
have free
loads,
next week.
I will show you guys something. Hold on.
Wednesday or Thursday, because
Have you
I gotta
guys
get with
seen
parents
the
first
Tommy
and make sure
Wiseau
that we
jeans
have a time that we
commercial?
both can do it. But it's sometime like in the middle of next week. You know, probably I'd say Wednesday or Thursday or off the top of my secretary keeps track of all that stuff, but I think those are the days that I have openings. So I'm sure that I'll be able to work something out with your mom and dad. But
let me.
Well,
Thursday.
Thursday.
Let me pause this. I don't know if y'all have seen the Tommy Wiseau jeans commercial because it's very fucking good. All right, let's see. Oh, here it is. All right. A horror story based on Lauren and his family. All right. I hope y'all are ready for this. Uh-oh. Tommy Wiseau is going to kick my ass. Up. These pictures.
To be or not to be? That is the question. The answer to be at street fashion.
This is the editing too. The fucking music cuts him off. Like,
Be there for Levi's jeans. Street Fashions has the best prices, the best quality, and the best selection of Levi's jeans anywhere. Be who you want to be in Levi's jeans from
be who you want to be in Levi's jeans.
Street Fashions. To be or not to be? Who
Street
do you
Fashions.
want to be?
Alright, guys, I'm gonna get fucking shut down by Tommy Wiseau now, but it was worth it. To be or not to be? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh my god. Okay, so bring the game back up. Bring the call back up. I want Lauren to bust back in and be pissed. I'm so ready for it.
I'm having surgery on my knee, so Wednesday. Yeah, I'm not sure if I told you. Yeah, my knee injury, but Wednesday works, and like.
so keep that in mind when I'm talking to your parents tomorrow, and I'll try to do something on Wednesday.
Yeah, if worst comes to worst, Friday, because like I just have to. Yeah.
You're not going to be outpatient, right? You're not going to be.
He is outpatient.
See in the hospital if you want, you know. But yeah, Friday should be fine. I mean, I'm sure that I can't think of anything that I have lined up in the evening next Friday, next week.
Whoa, ho, ho.
So why don't we plan on that tentatively, and we'll work out the details after our meeting next week.
I need to blow up more cars.
And maybe not. You know, I'll leave it up to you whether we should mention having dinner to your parents or not. I don't want them to take it the wrong way. I just.
My mom will. Oh gosh, no, because her first thing will be, okay, this is your new husband now. So,
that goddamn doctor would like that, wouldn't he?
So yeah, so I mean, my mom goes from. I mean, literally, she goes from, oh yes, this is my friend, this is my neighbor and my good friend, to, oh, when's the wedding? That's literally my mom.
Well,
How do I just got ammo for this
Mom,
thing.
she's just looking out for you. You know, she's just she wants you to be happy and have a good thing, a good situation.
Deliverance to Escape from Cornville.
Is that the worst thing she ever does? She's doing pretty good, huh?
She is, you know. I mean, I'm not mad at her or anything, but it's just like, oh, she's just.
Give me that fucking ammo.
Oh my gosh, she
Oh, why is it not giving me ammo?
can't even. Like, I mean,
Give me that asshole juice.
That's really all you have to say. That's all the milk. I
she.
am a family man, remember?
Yeah, she. I mean,
Children
like,
of the Cornville.
you know, I just, yeah, she, you know, she goes from 0 to like 1,000,000 in like 3 seconds. Like, oh, this is my friend. Oh, really? So, what kind of dress are you gonna wear when you walk down the aisle with your father? Or, you know,
I would love to kill agents with the ion detonator.
she
and I
freaked
can't
out once
fucking-
because I had a friend who had a fear of ants.
Please give me ammo.
She
Please give
and
me
she
ammo.
thought that was weird. I mean, she's crazy, and I love that Casey and JoJo song.
Good song, man. Let's go.
Ah.
What's a damn good song.
That is.
Oh god, I glitched the game.
Can't say that to her. She'll say, "Oh well, they have another hit
Alright, destroy
all
the
my
justice
life,
stuff,
and
I
that would be
guess.
perfect to be your first dance song."
Oh, no, boy.
Man, I went out with a girl that was
Oh no, oh no, oh
we
no.
took a road trip to Las Vegas.
Oh, fun.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is right before I met my wife, and
Yeet.
we lied to her parents and my parents about we were, because I was 18 at the time.
The Cornville
And I
Massacre.
don't know what the hell we thought we were going to do in
killing
Las
them.
Vegas as a couple of teenagers. She was a little older, but neither one of us were legal. So I don't know what we thought. I mean, we didn't end up doing much other than just hanging around on the strip. And
Yo, I'm not hungry.
we never
It's
tried
like
to do
11:30 at night.
you know, that didn't work. But anyway, we drove
No,
out
a
there,
sandwich.
and we lied to her parents and my parents and said it was a church thing. You know, anyway, but she had that CD. That was the CD at the time that they had out. It was the one after the All My
Mom
Life.
is a
It was the crazy,
Cthulhu
crazy
type
thing.
creature who the Armstrongs worship. Oh my god. Oh my
The other one she
god.
had, it was Shaggy. Angel.
Jenny, you're my
Remember that one?
angel. You're my darling.
I can get off any other stream, but Cyber is probably my favorite. The stream is chill, Cyber's laugh is too genuine, and I can't stop interacting. Aw, thank you, Griefwell. But don't forget to go to sleep.
Two songs, man, and she couldn't stop it. Like, when I think of
Oh shit. Is it-
I just think of that just because we must
I
have listened to each one of them 100 times. She was so into those songs, and I remember that she moved away.
How the fuck am I supposed to destroy a building with a majestic agent?
Later, she sent a Christmas present, kind of randomly. 'cause
Yeah,
we
my
went to
laugh is like my
I moved-
mom's. It's like my mom.
I got a present for our time.
Alright,
from
where's
her.
Majestic Agent?
It was those two CDs. And I don't know if she was thinking that, like, I told her, man, I hate those songs. I like them now.
Come
But
here,
I look
homeboy.
back,
I'm gonna get
you
you.
know, I remember the trip and stuff.
I'm
But
gonna
at the
get you.
time, I got so sick of
gonna
those
get you.
damn songs. And I don't know if she
You know what?
sent
I'm not gonna
me
do
the
that
CDs
optional
ironically,
objective.
like to say,
Big and sneaky.
now you have to listen to these songs you hate, or if she thought that I
Yo,
liked them,
I
or
should have
maybe
been in
just wanted
bed.
to keep remembering that trip.
Okay,
you know?
usually
She wanted to get back
I lay
to
down
that.
when Mr. Cyber's Creek does, but like I don't go to sleep
Funny
until
when I
like
think of those
midnight
songs,
maybe.
'cause I think of that summer.
So
And,
it's kind of getting close. to
I have no idea
bedtime.
why I told you that story. But,
Well, you know, it's funny because I'll tell like a story to like bro or some of my friends about like a guy who I
That's the
dated
goal, guys.
you know,
I like,
a millennia ago, and
I like making sure y'all are having fun and just having a chill place to hang out, because I know a lot of y'all come here just to hang out, which I appreciate. It's fun. And you guys make believe me, if I didn't have a chat, it would be so fucking weird, because I just would be like, hey guys, I'm just talking, I don't know what to say. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys a lot, like I always do, and I always will.
And it's like, I tell the story, and it's like, you know, I smile when I tell it, and everything, and people are like, you know, you can talk so well regarded of your exes and that kind of thing, and it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's like, I've
Dink
every
face.
breakup I've had or whatever has been on good terms, and has
Lord S.
not
Dink
been
face.
something that like made me angry or made me, you know, like that kind of thing. So it's like things didn't work out because we were different people, we were incompatible, but not because, like, you know, I was thrown down a flight of steps and I had to get
Playin
like
Vidya,
10
listening to calls
surgeries,
and
or
chatting with your
not
homies,
because
what's not to
like
love?
I was cheated on and I walked in on my voice.
Next, we should bring M&M's, a Pepsi, a whoopie pie, and a cookie whoopie pie. It's 2 Pepsis. Don't forget, Leo. Lauren and Indian Clobber have their style, and Baps and Squeak are also unique for laughs. It's like seeing an artist in a small bar. It's too big show, more intimate, if you will. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And I know Mom, she hasn't done stuff in a while, but I know she appreciates it too. Hold on, let me prep myself. Without chat, it would be like a Lauren stream. Ah-ha! Yeah! Ah-ha!
Boyfriend having sex with his ex-girlfriend or something like that. You know, it's just different people.
God,
and
I love
so
you guys.
those are stories you just look back on. And for me,
I'm gonna be doing that shit all fucking day now.
Yeah, man. Because life was so much easier, and you think about those adventures and you think about being younger, and it's just like,
No, I don't want to delete my
man, you know, I
archives.
get so many problems now, and so many situations to, you know, I'm going through a rough time, and it's just fun to have someone to talk to, and but, you know, I think I really think
Why does
you need
Lauren?
to
Yeah, that is
call
the
things
alpha
off with
laugh.
Lauren.
Oh my
And
god,
I
this
know you know that
picture.
already. I'm not going to repeat myself too much, but
Check it out.
I just
Now both me and
I
Euro.
really hope you think about what I've
I'm
said.
sorry. I didn't mean
And
to.
I hope that you
I didn't
will
even mean to do it.
take it to heart and understand that I'm only telling you this, A, because as your therapist, I'm committed to your well-being and what's best for you. But as your
This
friend,
one's Armageddon?
I care about you, and I've been there, man. I've been in a bad relationship like the one you're in now. And I'm telling you, it's worth it to get out. For your sake, it's worth it to get out.
But are you saying this because you like me, or?
Oh,
Oh, well, you're putting me on the spot there.
Ramona
I'm
got
saying
a
this
point.
because I care about you, and because it's my job and my pleasure to tell you what it is in your best interest to hear, and because it's my professional duty to honor the commitment that I've made to your parents.
Oh yeah, Armageddon.
And that's why I'm telling you this.
Oh hell yeah.
And,
Here we go.
So like, okay, well then let me give you.
Destroy.
Let me-
everything.
I don't have an angle. I'm not trying to break you up so that I can pursue you. I'm trying to break you up so that you can pursue your best life.
Well then let me pose this to you, okay? So let's go with a
Does the therapist have a
scenario.
name?
Say I say, well,
Well, let's see. The
Let's say
doctor,
tonight
the
or tomorrow, I
therapist
said,
is Mr.
well,
Underwear Model.
Lauren, I never want to see you again.
I don't know
going
what
to
the therapist's name is.
be with the
although
doctor.
They really
or
did just
the
call him
neighbor.
Sam Pendleton, the
Would
therapist.
would you?
or what?
If you said to me as a therapist or me as your friend,
Either. I'm curious to gauge your response.
I would say that what you need to tell Lauren is, Lauren,
Mark targets. Let's go.
I'm calling it off. I'm not going to be with you anymore. and you don't know anything more of an explanation.
No. I mean, like, if I.
Oh man, I'm not gonna pass.
Like.
Not enough time to fuck
I
shit
know
up.
what you're getting at. I know where you're going with this.
Hold on, let me think.
Ramona's just like, hold on, let me figure it. Give me that sweet juice. Yeah, I'm not doing too hot on this mission.
Kind of.
I'm glad you think so, Pox. You're gonna yell at me in a minute. You'll be like,
Take your
Crypto,
time.
you suck. Go die.
If.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to restart this.
So
Pox is mad
basically,
at
like.
me. The therapist's name is Barry, and I think the doctor's last name is Scott.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
My
you
sleep schedule
being
is going to bed at 4 to 5
with your
a.m.,
doctor
waking
friend.
up at 10 to 12 p.m.
I'm okay with you being with your neighbor. I'm okay with you being with neither of them for a while. It's one of the reasons why I said I'll be your friend in this time.
My friend and
You know,
I
to help
started
you
work. Someone my friend and I
transition
started
into
working with said my
the
friend
next
had an
phase
alpha
of
name, and I
your
thought to
life,
myself,
whatever it
but
is.
he's not named Derek.
I'm fine with you being with either of those guys if that's how it works out, as long as you're not with Lauren. That's where I'm coming from.
Let's try this again. If I don't do it this time,
Does that
then
make
I'll
sense?
go do another level. But
Lauren is the issue here. I mean, Lauren is because he's the enemy.
Why have I heard that
He's
before?
your enemy.
He's my enemy.
Probably because somebody else who cares about you has said it to you before. I don't know. But he's your enemy because he's bad for you. He's harmful to you. He's not good for you. He's not right for you. And you need to see that. Nobody can see it for you. You've got to internalize all these things that we've talked about and everything that you know to be true. As I told you before, that pain that you feel that makes you want to ignore certain things and look the other way and just not think about those things, that pain is a gift from the universe. It's the universe's way of telling you, hey,
yeah, okay.
flashing red alarm here, this is not right.
That gives me a lot of fucking
So
points.
you need
Oh
to
my
start
god.
holding on to that pain, because even though it hurts,
Kind of a
it doesn't
big
feel
dummy
good.
for not noticing that.
It's the universe's way of telling you this is the wrong situation for you. So, I didn't mean to get off into a whole thing there, but
Oh man.
to answer your question,
I mean, it's almost like you
So,
said word
funnily
for
enough,
word.
like, I named my frog Meatball, but I didn't even
What
do
three
it
other
because of
people
Lauren,
had said
and then
to
I
me.
realized, oh fuck, my frog is named Meatball.
My
Just like
that means you have three
the
other
fucking,
very smart
the Lauren
people.
thing.
I think you guys. Well, it's funny because I was going to say I think you guys are all talking, but you guys are, but just at different times. But I mean, the doctor had said to me because
That goddamn
when
doctor is talking
he
to
found
Ramona.
out about Lauren, he said, he basically was saying you got to get away from. This guy is how you got to get away from this guy. You've got to get away from this guy. You know, I'm worried about you, and it's crazy because when I
He sounds like a good friend.
It's okay, Griefwell.
oh, he's a great friend. Don't get me wrong, he's a great friend. He's great. But he had said like he was showing so much
Still our precious
concern
little
for me
princess,
before I found out that he knew. Like, Ramona, are you okay? If there's anything that you need, I'm here for you. If you need to talk about anything at all, I'm here for you. Anything at all. And if you don't want to talk to me, I have a bunch of other friends and anybody. If you want to talk to someone professional, I mean, he literally ran down the list of people, and but he was like, you want to talk to me, you can. I'm here. I'll always be here for you. He kept saying that, I'll always be here for you. And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I mean, he's a sensitive guy anyway. Like he's sympathetic or sensitive and caring and compassionate.
Don't yell at me, I'm
But I'm like, what is he, like, you know, like, what is he talking about? Like, are they planning to kill me or something? And so then I found out that he had known and whatnot, and he said,
shout out to Debbie.
You know, he just kept saying, you've got to get away from this guy. And I said to him, doctor, well, I said his name, what his name is, but I said, you're saying because you like me. He said,
we'll say, Lauren, shut the fuck up.
He said, I love you, but and he said, I love you and I want to be with you, but if you don't want to be with me and you end up with our neighbor, he said the name, you know, you end up with the neighbor, then that's fine. You've just got to get away from this guy. The neighbor said the same thing too. My mom, in not so many words, said the same thing. She didn't say, if you don't end up with the doctor, the neighbor end up with me. But what she said was, you know, if you don't end up with the doctor or the neighbor and you end up single or you end up with someone else, I don't know if I should finish the sentence, but she said, she said, quote, anything's better than a registered sex offender.
Oh.
Yeah. I was also an abusive alcoholic with no job and no money.
Yo, Lauren must be losing his shit right now. That fucking cocksucker.
You know what? She's dead right.
Oh, I can transmogrify anything.
I don't know the doctor. I don't know your neighbor.
Me.
I would say the fact that they're all saying the same thing that mom is saying, dad is saying, that I'm saying, should tell you something very powerful. And
I think one of my favorite characters in the saga is Will, because I love how he reams Lauren out about the.
I understand where they're coming from, because you're a catfish. You're two fish on the hook. That's how much of a catch you are.
Hey, I'm vegan. I don't want any fish on the hook. I want them in the ocean.
Oh, fine. You're two bananas on the stalk. Do bananas go on the stalk?
I'm two beans on the stalk. Do beans go on the stalk? Yeah, I think beans do.
Yeah, but usually
that's like cute.
Like
how unreasonable
them, right?
for Ramona's family and friends to worry about her dating an abusive.
Yeah, two peas in a pod.
Alcoholic, abusive RSO. Yeah, how dare they?
Anyway.
Don't they know the majesty that's Lauren Lynn Armstrong?
You're a catch, man. You're a catch among catches, and I could see wanting to be with someone like you.
Oh, I do love me some Matilda, Archvile.
So I understand where the doctor's coming from, and I understand where the neighbor.
God's ears close. God closes my ears to those words.
Beyond being a catch, you're just a terrific.
I wish Matilda was real.
And
I'd hang out with her.
We all
she operates like a halfway house, and she just wants to take care of
we may not know who that is, but we know who it isn't. And it isn't one. And I think it's time for you to start listening to your friends.
Oh, God damn it. My mother relishes in being right. And it's like,
Well, she's earned that right. She's earned that right.
I said to her, I'm like, Mom, you're hoping. Oh, God, I don't. Oh, this one that I said to her, I said, Mom, you're hoping that he turns out to be a bad guy so that you can say that you were right. And she said, yeah, I'm hoping that the registered sex offender, she loves using that. I'm hoping that the registered sex offender who gets drunk and abuses you turns out to be a bad guy. Yeah, because that's not bad.
Well, I've got news for you. He did. He already turned out to be a bad guy. So I'm trying to tell you, there's no question here. There's nothing left to figure out. He is
Lauren had his own anime. Lauren would be the primary antagonist, not the protagonist.
You know, like I said, your mom has earned the right to be right.
Yeah, I don't need these.
Even to say I told you so a little bit if it comes to that.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, then here's a question, okay? If he were, like, if Lauren were listening in, or if he were, like,
which he probably is,
in the room and you were having this conversation, for one thing, I think he would have, like, jumped and attacked you, but that's another story. But
Oh, I'm sure.
but
How stable of him.
well, two things I have a question. If he were listening, he would say that they have a hidden agenda. Like
Lauren
that you
is
guys have a
like-
hidden agenda.
Lauren is like the level of insane of like a conspiracy.
What's your take
theorist.
on that? Do you guys have a hidden agenda?
I don't have a hidden agenda. I can't speak for those guys. Here's what I would say about the doctor based on what you've told me.
I would take Winnie
And,
and Dan
the
everywhere.
way
Dan
Mom
swinging his
told me.
8 inches everywhere. Winnie making her
I think he has an agenda, but I don't
sound.
think it's hidden. I think it's very straightforward with you. He's been a man. He's
It's
been a man
me,
about it.
Winnie.
He has
Here's my
expressed
Winnie impression.
how he feels about you. He hasn't tried to force himself on you. He hasn't tried to manipulate you. He's
I can
just
throw
been a
those?
man
Oh,
and been
hell
honest
yeah.
about it. That doesn't sound like a hidden
It
agenda
doesn't
to
seem
me.
to matter what a
That's-
woman
that's
says. Lauren
the
thinks her date.
first point. And
The
the
thing-
second point is,
The call that made me like super mad the other day, was when, Debbie was in the hospital, and Angela was there to bring her coffee, and Lauren was like, she has feelings for me, and she's hanging out with Angelo, and like, she made it very clear, like, no, I don't have feelings for you, dude. Like, she has feelings for me. How fucking juvenile can you get? Like, Lauren is such a goddamn fucking child. Lauren is the typical stalker projecting his fantasy onto someone. Yeah. For fucking real. For fuck's sake.
I think it's an honorable agenda.
Wrecking Ball
He doesn't
1
sound
is
to me like
one
he's
of the
trying
best
to lay
calls.
you, or use you, or hurt you. He sounds to me like a guy who's smart enough to recognize an incredible woman when he sees one. And
Angelo's the supervillain. Alright,
I don't know
some other
anything
shit.
about the neighbor other than that
I think I'll do like one
he's
more
got a
mission
good job.
and
That's a
then
good
lose the
sign.
game.
But I would say that
Creates the most
probably
Lauren
the case for him as well. If he
ever.
has those kinds of feelings for you, and if he's ever communicated that to you, then
If this is one of those
That's not a hidden
missions that I
agenda.
think it is, I'm
he's
probably
just
gonna
being
have
honest. He's being
a
a
hard
man.
fucking time on it.
If Lauren were here to have this conversation with you know what I would say to him? I would say, why is it okay for you to put your agenda out there and tell it point blank that you
Lauren
love her?
is allergic to
These
good
other guys
people.
do it, there's something wrong with it. What kind of
That
hypocrisy
piece
is
of
that?
shit, Angelo.
These guys are the ones who haven't called her a bitch and who haven't tried to hit up other women when they were supposedly devoted to Ramona. Where in the hell did you get off acting like you're the righteous one here? Like you're the white knight and
Oh, yeah.
these are the bad guys. These are good guys. These are respectable guys. And they're treating her right.
Brainwash the whole
And I would add myself to that list in the sense that I understand I can see why they feel the way they do and why the interest is there for them. But the advice they're giving you, I mean, if I had an agenda, if I had an angle, I would say, no, don't get with the doctor. He
Lauren
sounds like
is-
this. And I would give you some psychobabble. And I would use my authority as your therapist to try to convince you that the doctor is bad for you. And if I was just trying to get to be, to push everybody else out of the picture and pursue myself. For the neighbor, I would say, no, you don't want to be with the neighbor because of this and this. And I would use my skills and abilities as a professional, clinical professional, and manipulate you that way. If I had a hidden
Lauren
agenda,
has an inverted Van
And I mean,
Gogh.
I've been completely forthright with you, and from what you're telling me, so has the doctor. The only guy whose actions haven't matched his words is Lawrence. Because he says he's devoted to you, but then he goes and tries to fuck. Or he says he's devoted to you, but then he tries to get someone
I
to
love
send him
when
naked pictures, right? Or he says
I
that
fucking
he
love
wants
when
to treat you right, and then he calls you a bitch. Or
I
he
wish
says he's not
someone
going to drink anymore, and then he...
snoring. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. I didn't mean to peek the mic. Oh shit, what was I saying? I thought that was really good, Euro. I got distracted. I lost train of thought. Oh shit, it'll come back to me.
gets smashed.
Follow that crackpot. Never
I mean,
mind
where's the honor in any of that? And we're not talking about ancient history. We're talking about recent shit from what you told me.
And I mean, that's one thing. One thing I have to like give you guys, or at least the neighbor and the doc. Well, I mean, you included, based on things that you've just said to me, is that they're like, I mean, the doctor and the neighbor, they're good friends, and they both have a respect for each other, and they both are, yeah, they know each other. They're good friends. I introduced them, and they, you know, they respect each other. They enjoy each other's company, but they both admittedly love me. Neither of them. I mean, I knew the neighbor before I knew the doctor. I've never known the doctor to have a girlfriend. The neighbor had broken up and moved here. Here meaning this apartment complex or building, whatever. But other than that, I think he went on one date, like before I even met Lauren. Outside of that, I mean, it's literally two guys who are just waiting on me, kind of thing. But even though they both are like waiting for me and have that kind of liking for me, they respect each other, and I admire that. They treat each other with kindness. They're friends, and they are not fighting over me.
Yeah. Well, that speaks to my point about what sounds to me like they're
this is me when I go to culinary school.
Guys. They're honorable guys. They're upstanding guys, and especially you can learn the most about a person when you see how they act when there's something that they're competing for. Which I don't mean to say they're competing for you, but clearly they both appreciate what you have to offer. And the doctor,
oh, that call was heartbreaking to listen to, honestly.
Would pursue something with you if it were in his purview to do it. So, and I imagine that
I remember this fucking mission.
Have some of the same feelings and that sort of thing. But neither one is trying to undercut the other, and I think I don't presume to speak for people I don't know, but I think they would both say, just as I've said, and as you have said on their behalf, we want what's best for you.
They've said that before.
Yeah, and I think they would agree with this as well. If I was to say on their behalf, I would love to be with you. I would love to be with someone like you. I would consider it the greatest privilege of my life to have the honor of...
Jordan used to be a massage therapist, believe it or not. It's fucking weird.
But whether that's the best for you or not is for the universe themselves, right? It's for, I mean, who knows? But I can live without you if it means that you are in the place where you need to be. That's how much I care about you. That's how much I love you as a friend, as
Jorn formers, predators,
personal attraction I might have for you. I just want you to be happy, and I want you to be healthy and to be safe. And
oh wow, was that a Half-Life reference?
Opposite of all of that. He's the contrary.
That was a Half-Life reference.
You admitted yourself, not in so many words, that the magic isn't there like it was.
Yeah, I hope he got all the like sweaty men who were like, oh,
I don't know if there was ever magic.
I hope that I hope he got all the men that were like him, that were like, ooh, I get to be rubbed down by a sexy masseuse, and then it's just
when I said, like, I mean, magic, I've always felt magic comes from being in person, though. Magic can't come till we're in person.
I tend to agree with that. You never know how two people connect. I would say, generally speaking, yeah, that's one of the things I say about what you've got now is half a relationship in the sense that the best that he could, let's say that Lauren were the perfect guy, which would basically mean that he would have to be the opposite opposite of all the things he is now. And I'm sorry if that's offensive
Yeah,
or crude or
it's
too. I'm not trying to insult him. I'm just being honest with him. I'm candid. But let's say that he were the best version of himself right now. Okay, you're still stuck in half a relationship because he can't show up to take you to dinner. He can't show up to hold your hand.
And he just hung up.
He can't.
Okay, so he just. Yeah, so he okay, so he's he hung up so that I could be alone with my date.
I cut him so many times.
My God.
It felt so good. I know there was a lot of filler in this. It's like a 6-hour recording.
This is great.
And we're going to have to edit the fuck out of it, but man, that felt good. I love his picking him over and over, and he can't do anything about it.
He can't, except just but you're so right, and you know what? He has sent me, because I want to call him, because I want you to hear his reaction, because I know he is pissed. He has sent me.
Let me put you on. Give me 2 minutes, okay? I gotta run until and grab my phone real fast. 2 minutes, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, no. Oh, did he die? Shit, I died. Oh. Not to kink shame, but it's really narrowing, right? Like, not kink shaming, but that's just such an obscure fucking thing to have. Oh, here's my stuff for my last setup. That's fine. The quicksand fetish. Who's peeing? Somebody's peeing. Who's peeing? Is it Lauren pissing outside? This call's just about over. Oh, God. So, yeah, Lauren was listening that whole time. Have fun on your dates. Have fun on your fucking dates. Oh, Mr. Squeak. Mr. Squeak is sleeping right now. He gets up at like 6 a.m. to go to work, so he usually doesn't stay up as late as I do. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ugh. I hope Jorn didn't rub women with a like a magic ugh. I hope he didn't have any access to women. Ugh. People who are into the girl tied in a train wreck hurt. Ugh. That's interesting. I think the fetishes that make me I think the fetishes that make me most uncomfortable are like ones where they're just into women being violently harmed, which is just ooh, that one I might have to kink shame a little bit, because yikes. Oh shit. Yeah, it's Vor. Vor's Oh yeah, that fucking skit. I have no idea what the fuck kind of like, idea these fucking, like, what? It sounded like he literally was just gonna be like, ah, I have so much sex, and Euro doesn't, ha ha. Like, it sounds like it's all it would have been, and it would have been completely unfucking funny. Kind of makes me glad I'm not too out there. Yeah, like, you see these people, and then you, like, look inward at yourself, and you're like, I'm not that bad when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah. Would have liked to be a minor character in a call. I think we all would have wanted to be one, Omega. Man to man, we all have our fetishes. I think that was the quote of the Vampire Pred. He was into the violent thing too, huh? Oh yeah, fucking can I rape you anally? What was his name? Michael Walker, I think. Which is like, yeah, we all have our fetishes, but goddamn, a lot of people sure do seem to have fetishes for women getting hurt, which is very uncomfortable. I think I'm gonna head to bed. So that Griefwell can finally go to sleep. Because I'm sure they're just very sleepy. Yeah, Mike Worker. Yeah, this is fun. I haven't done like a Vidya game stream in a while, so figured it was time for it. And I'm getting tired, so I'll see you guys next time.